Alright, hi, hello, we are back, and I have a rat. Come out and show yourself. Don't be shy, it's under 20 subscribers, you don't even got to appeal to that many, bro. Her name is Onwa, the other one, Bak Bundle, is currently asleep, so she's not making an appearance in this video at this point, right now. I have all these J's rolled up, as you can see. This one I didn't do. This one came from the dispo. This one is an infused something. And I'm letting this phone charge a little because I had to let my other phone charge a little. So I suggest that we take a small moment of silence, just a morning moment of silence for those that have been lost in this egregious bullshit. So I'm gonna start that off now. 1:47. Alright, 1 minute moment of silence because honestly, what the fuck keeps happening should just not be happening. I'm gonna get lost. Nigga, never mind. What the fuck is that? This one. Oh, every time I open the can, she freaks out. Now she's staring. I don't even think she knows what the hell she wants. Hey, what is your end goal? And I see she got her ass whooped for trying to run game. I probably should have checked that squeak that I heard last night. But I was tired and I did not. I was like, fuck it, they'll probably be fine. It's probably just a friendly little squabble. But the last friendly little squabble had her coming back like she got wounds of war. And that was not okay. I ended up having to put her back to home. But I'm letting her get her morning attention because if she doesn't, she will flip shit and fucking barb her the other fucking rat. And then in retaliation, Black Rondo will fucking barber her. And so they both look like some bald bitches. Is that what you want to be? Do you want to be a bald bitch? When you have hair to protect you for a fucking reason? No, because these motherfuckers will shave themselves bald. And then, like, I go outside a lot, especially in the cold. I go out in the cold a lot because I just miss being outside and I just don't want any type of weather to take that shit away from me. So I come in, I be cold as fuck. I come in to my room. They stand up on their back legs when they get picked up. I'm like, nigga, you do not want me to pick you up right now because I'm cold. They don't care. They jump up and down. Like, why? I'm like, alright, nigga, I'm gonna show you why. And so I go, pick them niggas up, and then they wanna fucking ride and fucking squeak and shit. And it's just like, you knew what the fuck it was finna be. And also, if you have anything that you give a shit about, do not leave that out. Because this asshole chewed up my sheet. She chewed up two sheets, in fact. 2 sheets and some clothes. And it's just like, it's great that you get to be naked and shit, but we live in a society where we have to cover our human asses, or else it's a law on that ass. So please stop biting my clothes. Oh, nigga. She does not like the scolding, but it's not about what she likes. I'm trying to think. I have flour that I have rolled up. I have my pen. I have like a fucking cigarette and a fucking half. No, I know the maneuver. She is trying to jump up and onto this table. And I can't really have her do that. Please start trying to climb the table. Because the last time she saw a motherfucking toothpick, she bolted ass to get it. She snapped it in half with her motherfucking teeth, and I had to play motherfucking doctor to make sure she didn't eat none of the shit. No, don't look away. You're being shamed. Online. The best type of shaming. I'm about to get ready to go outside, which means I'm gonna have to put her back up because she can't go out there. Not only because that bitch barbered herself, but two, I'm technically not supposed to have her, but it would be nice to spike the motherfucking landowner because she's just a cunt. I think I posted something about the shitty treatment I received. Excuse me if I didn't already. Hi. Hello. So the story went, my girlfriend and I went out. We had gotten some food, gotten some weed and some other shit. We had got the weed and we were getting ready to hit up another place and I realized, shit, well, you gave me the key, did I give it back to you? She checks her pockets, it wasn't fucking there. I'm like, shit, I'm having like a fucking panic type shit. And so she's calling the landlady up and down, left, right, like a motherfucking cheat code. And she takes forever to fucking respond, even though she was literally right there in the motherfucking area. And so my girlfriend explains the situation better than what the fuck I could because I was just so irritated. I was so angry. Plus, I already didn't fool with this bitch from the way that she treated my mom and my sister. Because my personal goal was to get them up here with me. That way we can all be New York niggas. But it did not work out. It didn't. And it makes me sad because like I miss my family and shit. And so I specified up and down how much this would mean to me. And she said that she had like a vacant room or whatever. And essentially went through all this racist bullshit, being like, well, can they even afford it? And it's just like, bro. So I already knew that if my name was on this motherfucking lease, my girlfriend and I probably wouldn't have even fucking gotten it. And that's the sad thing about it. I'm gonna be back. Alright, I got the rodent put away. And we have a little bit in this dish, but if anything, I'm probably just gonna add like a pinch of flour to it and leave this the hell alone. Maybe two. But they gotta be like nice size pinches. They can't be no little bitch pinches. Alright, this is probably gonna be another video that may or may not be getting took the fuck down by bitch ass YouTube. So what I wanna do is, what percent do I got first? First of all, 21. That is better than nothing. We're going to unpull. I'll get ready to plug in this other phone. We're gonna have this milk session before I get into speaking on anything terrible. I hate to say it, but the world has been rather terrible. And fucking every time we find out something new, this motherfucker takes it upon himself to motherfucking bomb some random ass motherfucking area. Not really no random ass motherfucking area because it's really just based on motherfucking resources. Cobalt, gold, not oil, but petrol, like gas and shit. Let me see what I got working with outside. It is currently, I think, -7 degrees. It is not nothing nice out here. Yeah, it is definitely colder. And I don't have a joint outside, so I need to be grabbing one or some. I have one infused pre-roll up, but I'm kind of waiting on that one. I have a J that I rolled up last night-ish. I'm gonna just take this one. I don't know if it will take more than two, but just in case, let's just go ahead and grab that other one that I almost rejected. And I wish that I could show it, but there's practically a whole murder of crows over here. And I don't even know if it can be shown. Well, it won't even let me zoom in this mode. That's kind of stupid, but whatever. And I gotta make sure that I actually have a lighter on my person because the last time I fucked up, I went out in that cold without no lighter. And I was just low-key kind of mentally kicking myself. Like, how could I forget the most important part? I'm doing a slight little walk around my table. Hey, there it is. Little black one. Alright, so first, I don't think I'm going to be sitting down for this video. If I do, it's going to be a rarity. If you live in the same area that I do, be careful with yourselves because this motherfucking snow row, they got this shit on and off. It seems okay for right the fuck now, but if you also live out the village and shit, the village. For my accent, is it obvious what languages I have dabbled in over the years? I'm curious. Okay, so today when my phone charges a little bit more, I want to talk about the motherfucking Epstein files. I want to go through it in its motherfucking entirety, and I'm gonna go through what I'm motherfucking reading and shit. Because, all I've heard about is the shit being redacted, and shit. Meanwhile, they didn't even redact it correctly. What they essentially did was scrubbed it with a black highlighter. And they're like, oh, well, we didn't do that correctly. So, I'm gonna put pressure on you to make sure that the word don't get out. It got out. It definitely did. And people had easy ways to get rid of it. Some people actually went through the whole motherfucking coding shit. Other people just did a simple like copy and paste over to like the notepad or some shit. Another doc. And on top of that, one of the motherfucking idiot girls off in the motherfucking administration motherfucking team gave out the one without any motherfucking redactions and shit. They got mad at her. She was like, oh, whoopsies, let me just try to save my job right quick. And so she fucking put the motherfucking redacted one out. Instead, covering up every instance of Donald Trump's name, but not but just leaving the rest of the crime there as like an easy fill in the blank that's practically child's play. Like, they evil and they stupid. Like, more shit is coming out about more kids that they done fucked with. Literally fucked with. I made one video on this, but really those I found came from other people talking about it, and of course they only want to talk about a very specific demographic of victims, and the others got left out. In fact, there was this 20 shit. But fuck it, I'm not turning my camera around. Fuck it, it's just one person. Who gives a shit? I didn't catch the pause in time, so that didn't happen. But it is what it is. Sometimes you're just not that lucky all the fucking time. I mean, every dog has his day, or however the phrase goes. I think that is actually how it goes. I'm gonna shove this to be packed, but really. Damn, and it's loose as fuck. What the hell? That is not how this is supposed to work. I guess I will just have to be gentle when I hit the shit. It's just like, why does that not work? I'm a little irritated by that. Because like any other time, I would not have too much of a problem going down in my little apparatus and shit. And the reason why I do this as opposed to just doing it the traditional way is just because I'm a spoiled ass donor and I prefer not burning up my lips and fingers, if you don't mind. But there was this young South African woman. She was just 20 when she got recruited to come to America on her dream of becoming a model. They preyed off of that dream. Told her if she met Epstein and shit, had food at a restaurant and some shit, that she would have gotten the hookup. And that is not what the fuck happened. They abuse this woman and then pass her the fuck around to be used and abused some more. And that was just what came out of because like, I'm gonna just have to get my phone to fucking describe it, but like, it's currently charging. But it's just like, this shit ran through the court system multiple times for it to not just have, like, yeah, it's within one case, but there was like multiple motherfucking files on it. Like, you could do like you could do like a long scroll. Like, it was a fat ass motherfucking stack of nigga, you're moving wrong. And that was just on one of the first victims that they listed. It is so fucked up. I don't want to hear nobody justifying no shit like this. Literally just using people. It's horrific. So like, when women are wary, and I'm really just speaking as my main demographic just happens to be men for whatever the reason, I don't get that, but hey, cis niggas, there you are. As a masculine group, we kind of got to do better to make women feel protected, because just saying, oh, well, not all men, doesn't help the situation. It is a means of deflection. That's like saying not all white people are fucking bad when a black person talks about the horrors that they went through. It doesn't do nothing for the victim. It don't even do no shit for you. It's just a matter of deflection to make yourself feel a little bit better about not being able to handle the barbaric nature of some people. Because in truth, is primitive and barbaric shit. Like, it's not hard to ask consent of somebody. Like, hey, you want to do this? No? Alright, well, let me just withdraw. Like, it's not hard. Because, like, imagine if we described sex like literally anything else. What if one dude was just bitching on the motherfucking couch? You pull up on your friend like, hey, what's wrong, bro? I made my girlfriend tea and she ain't take it. Okay, nigga. And then you go on like, no, I asked her if she wanted tea. She said maybe, I'm not sure. So I made it anyway. Then she said no, and I tried to force her to drink it, and she spilled it on me. Like, at that point, nigga, that's just what you get. It is not hard. And I hate to say it, but a lot of y'all were indoctrinated in motherfucking school. Or, or even at home, watching interactions with your parents. Like, when you learn young that one, others people's consent don't matter. You just get to go off whatever selfish as shit, believing that you're just owed some motherfucking coochie. Meanwhile, the ones that are often preyed on, they have to grow up knowing that their consent doesn't matter, and it starts with getting bullied. It starts with a girl coming home to her mother, telling her about how she got picked on by some little boy at school, and what do the parents say? They either say, oh, well, boys will be boys, or they'll say, oh, well, that just means he likes you, honey. You should give him a chance. Like, no, we gotta stop teaching this younger generation that their bodily autonomy doesn't fucking matter. So then they grow up and an excuse was essentially abuses because it's like, oh, well, he loves me if he's treating me this way. No, he don't. No, the fuck he don't. And for my small demographic of women, you don't have to listen to that bullshit. You don't gotta take that shit. If a nigga does something that makes you want to take a fucking cast iron upside his head, you can just leave. I know it can be scary. I know that it sucks. And sometimes just taking that leap for the sake of yourself is the only option you have. Because, like, and it is a common quote that is now going around. You have to realize the value of your partner before they do. Because if they put the pieces together that you've been treating them lackluster, you're just going to find somebody who's going to take care of them better than what the fuck you did. And that's nothing on you to be butthurt, nothing on you to be mad and pressed and motherfucking vindictive about calling them all types of foul things like anything but a child of God. And it's just like sometimes you gotta like really take that step back and realize, well, shit, how did this shit actually go wrong and shit. Then take that as your closure. You don't even have to go out of your way to like text it, whoever, and be like, well, why'd you do this, that, and the third. Sometimes it's just a matter of, man, fuck whatever the fuck they did that really hurt you. But sometimes you just gotta like take that step back, like really start to work on yourself, because at the end of the day, all you really have is yourself, family members, for as long as you do have them for. to just go ahead and toss that in my pocket because it is cold and I did not realize I already had a lighter in my pocket. Now I have two. Then we're gonna go in and see about looking through the ugliness that is these motherfucking files. Breaks for tobacco will be taken because this is some heavy shit that we are about to get into. So I'm gonna need y'all to mentally prepare yourselves because this is not gonna be no easy walk in the park. These are young women and mostly children. I hate to say it, but mostly children. Do not let them lie to you and be like, oh, well, these were all just young women that they had casual sex with. No, they did not. These were assaults. And I gotta get this shit sparked on other platforms. Like, I can talk about this all day long on my Instagram and get what traction is needed, but I want this spread off of YouTube too because I haven't seen anybody talk about it. And like, I really need this video watched along with this other one that I'm getting ready to post, which by the way, the holiday ended. Hopefully everybody got to spend time with their families and shit if they were able to do so. But let's also not forget that yesterday, in the sense of Christianity, those that believe in Jesus Christ was the savior of this world, this realm, his birthplace is in diaspora, displacement, and horrific bombing, starvation. Whether a ceasefire happened doesn't necessarily save anybody. You can call for a ceasefire all you want, but even if you get, let's say that you just have one day where they just finally decide to stop shooting at you, that doesn't mean that you're necessarily in safety, because what about not having no safe roof over your head, or not knowing where your next meal is going to come from, or not knowing if you'll be able to brace the day's weather? Not knowing if you will actually be able to sleep or wake up to almost drowning because of having your tents flooded. It's truly shameful and horrific shit. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck, America and the motherfucking whoever the fuck else pays for this shit to be happening? It's just really fucking tough. Well, like, I gotta get the word out and shit. Like, we can't just be silent, because in being silent you're being complicit, and in being complicit you're just as bad as the people doing the motherfucking harm, because like you're watching it, like you are literally watching it happen on your screens. And it's some really vile shit. Not just from Palestine, but from Gaza too, Nigeria, Congo, Sudan. They briefly mentioned Lebanon for a little bit, but I'm pretty sure that shit just happened to have gotten buried as fuck. Like whoever randomly started talking about Ukraine again. Which why even let that fucking get buried? Because what happened to justice for Ukraine? People haven't spoke about no justice for Ukraine in a while. Like in a long while. It was all like, oh my god, justice for Ukraine. We gotta get the word out. This, that, and the third. And they did that for a little bit. And I guess as soon as the pan cooled off, they just stopped. And then just recently, not really just recently, like in September, a post got made talking about justice for Ukraine, and it's just like it still got buried because there wasn't enough voices to create that spark again, like for everything else that's going on. We can't forget one tragedy in favor for a newer one. Like imagine being like, oh well, my auntie died. Okay, so you're in mourning, right? And then for whatever the reason you forget about that because it turns out that your grandmother on your father's side has passed. That's now the new mourning point. And then let's say that a couple days later your grandmother off of your maternal side dies. You're not going to be like, oh well, I can't mourn her because I'm mourning I don't know Grandma Sarah or whatever the fuck. Like, no, and you're gonna take each tragedy and it's gonna be a toll, and it's gonna be like, a few of my family members have passed away. Like, you're not gonna be like, oh, well, I can't just talk about that one because I'm mourning this one. No, nobody said it to be that way. So why is it that we can't shed light on multiple? Like, you can talk about them in the same breath. You can talk about Palestine and Sudan at the same time. Like, there's no excuse to be letting shit get buried and only speaking about it when the death count reaches quote unquote satisfactory amount for your people to show empathy. Because like it's fucked up. I don't care if the amount is 10 or 10,000. Those are lives that have been lost. And we can't just be like, oh well, we don't care about that, and be like, oh well, the Holocaust was bad, and it's just like, yes it was, but we're not going to ignore that slavery was fucked. Like it's not right to be putting tragedies on a motherfucking pedestal. That shit is not right. And for those that want to police what does and doesn't constitute as a genocide, shame on y'all. If people are being killed, starved, displaced, having to leave their countries and shit, like to the point where their land is becoming vacant of their own original peoples, what the fuck do you call that? people that have had to fly to the UK. I mean, shit. No, nobody wants to come to America, so the motherfucking Tangerine needs to get it out his motherfucking head that, oh, well, let me just deny people access because they're gonna want to get in and take this as like such a big rejection or whatever the fuck. Nigga, nobody really gives a shit about coming here. It is a shithole here. People can't get health care, babies can't get fed. If you get shot here, you gotta just pray that it fucking kills you. Because if not, you're gonna wish that it would when you see the motherfucking bill indicating how much debt you're about to fucking be in. And America eats that motherfucking credit card for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a motherfucking snack in between. Have enough that it can honestly even be a little bit, and it will drop your motherfucking score. But because America runs on motherfucking credit, you're getting a motherfucking score. And if your score isn't what they deem to be favorable, i.e., capped out or just barely under, then you're going to be denied basic necessities. Like if you have to travel long distances, and most likely you are, a car. A car is necessary for most in this day and age that work 9 to 5 and shit. Because it's usually going to be like between a 15 to 30 minute commute, plus the traffic. What worst case is pushing an hour. As well as having a stable roof over your head. You have to have a pretty good score to at least have them consider you even getting in. What else? Let me go inside and warm up my lighters while I get you out of this country. Because there's really a lot to complain about. Alright, so I'm back for a little bit. I made some shorts. I had to charge this phone that I'm recording on, otherwise I just wouldn't have a video anymore. I had to pull up what is, and you can look it up yourself. I'm gonna show it right quick. If you go up looking for the Epstein files, you can literally just key it in, just Epstein files, and then it's gonna automatically pop up. First, it's gonna show you stupid little news things that may or may not be true regarding it, because a lot of it is tagged to Fox, CNN, CBS, a lot of sources that are for the right, and they're gonna be sure to scrub it. But what you can do is go on the U.S. Department of Justice right here. This is what I'm using. And this is a little search bar right here. You can key it based off of a category. And I'm just gonna scroll. Okay, so here's this bullshit up here. It's essentially claiming that shit is going to be redacted for the quote unquote sake of the victims. You know, it's just to protect motherfucking Trump. That's literally it. But there you go. One, two, three. Oh, would you look at all of that? And I'm still scrolling, fam. Alright, that's at the very bottom. Let's go back up to the top. The very first one is highlighted in blue. I just made a short speaking on this, but I didn't really go into like detail or whatever because I only had 3 minutes. And when you click on that, it's going to show every PDF associated with it. And as I stated before, it caps out at 54. Let's see the one for CO and Epstein. This one was for 2010. And this one has 17 PDFs to it. Next one is CA Florida Holdings, LLC, publisher of the Palm Beach Post, versus Ehrenberg. And this, the court record is, it says when you go, I clicked on it, but it didn't have like the neat like little file things like it showed for the rest of them. This one shows court records with more than 100 associated documents are displayed on a separate page. Excuse me, if it's over 100, it gets a separate page. God damn. Okay, now we're back to actually being able to see the individual PDFs and shit. So this one is under 100, and it caps out at 56. This one is for Davies versus, again, I don't know how to say this name, so Indyke. So, same motherfucker that hurt the very first girl. The very first girl that came up on it here, Bryant. Then Doe 17 versus that same motherfucker for 50 PDFs. We're gonna have a lot of ground to cover, and to be honest, this is not all going to be able to get got in a single episode. God knows I can't do that shit. The shit that's in here will mentally break even the strongest niggas. Like, it is horrific, the things I have to do here. I'm gonna be taking a cigarette outside, but I have to roll it up first because I kinda smoked all my little machine ones. I killed off the entire pack of Marlboro Southern Cuts. Those were the ones that I had just recently. And funny enough, if you didn't know, it was actually a woman's brand. Well, it was more marketed towards women. So to boost this video, put a random niche fact in the comments. It won't matter if I will be able to see it. The point is, to do the thing because the algorithm has caught on to like a share copy link that doesn't work anymore. And I put the end of this J in here just because. And because this is a seg and not a joint, hopefully I will have better luck rolling this because this is actually for cigarettes, not joints. But funny enough, thanks for everybody that boosted my video where I half rolled a J. I honestly wasn't expecting that to get as much traction as it did, and it ended up getting 166 views. Oh shit. Good enough. Or is it? I'm trying to see if I can open this top part back up because I fumbled it, mess it up. If I can, that'd be lit. If not, oh well. Things just kind of happen. You don't get lucky all the time. And this is a bit of a loose sig, but it's better than nothing. It's probably gonna get carted outside. One of these joints are gonna go. I unfortunately went ahead and did smoke that infused J, so now I just don't have it anymore. And that's just gonna have to be upright. Because I kind of want to hit my pen more, if anything. Like, I can always smoke far later. It's not like I've run out. It's just I'm kind of trying to make this last until a specific point. I was hoping that I would be able to make this shit last until January. But I'm not quite sure because it's already the 26th. Well, it's just now the 26th. I should phrase that better. That's a joint. Okay, say what else? I got plans that I already don't know how cold it is out here. But it definitely did give a fat ass. Not really no fat ass like it, but like enough to like hinder somebody's ability to walk out this bitch. Let's get ready to get out this door, then I will put my glasses on and we will go through the horror that is these files because goddamn it, if nobody else is going to talk about it on YouTube, I guess it is suddenly my responsibility to talk about it on YouTube just to ensure that it doesn't get buried. I just realized I didn't bring my apparatus for this because I require a little something different. Just because I just don't like burning up my fingers. That is literally the only reason why. Other than that, I probably would not care. Close up this door. And the first thing I honestly can't tell if it's It's raining and snowing at the same goddamn time. Goddamn. This has been a shit year. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, 2025 could have turned out so much better. It's just been one horror story after the next. Using hunger as a means to control people, cutting their access to food and shit. It's disgusting. Let me see if I can prop this different. Alright, there we go. It is cold and it is loud as fuck. I want to smoke right quick, so I'm recording out here. Before I start my discussing the first case, the Bryant case, and going through all of those motherfucking PDFs, I'm going to essentially read, summarize, condense. I'm going to make it to the main points of what the fuck happened, kind of like what I did in my short. Those are up and posted. The first one has been watched already. The second one, not so much, which is fine. It's new. It's kind of fresh out the womb. I'm not gonna lie, the snow is fucking falling weird. It's like mini pieces of ice falling from the motherfucking sky. These are not like the gentle flakes that we're used to. What the hell is this? Alright, I'm gonna end up putting the cig out because I don't need the whole thing. But what I am gonna do is light my joint off of it. I'm doing it like this because I really only rolled the one. I have multiple joints, but I only rolled the one cig. Because I really didn't prepare for running out like I should have. Usually I plan ahead for that shit. I'm watching this shit fall with aggression. What the fuck? I would hate to get pelted by this bullshit. In a way, I'm privileged because I don't have to. I had the convenience of having this roof stand over me, and even then, I still have the ability to go inside. Some people can't say they have that. like in a lot of ways I am disadvantaged, but like that's kind of like the one thing that I have is like a stable roof. And I hate that it's a motherfucking political debate as to who deserves to be fed and housed. But better yet, fuck all that. Who deserves to live? Because both of them hospitals need to get shut the fuck down, lock the fuck up, be under new management after what the fuck they done did. So these two hospitals got organs, all right, because there are people that need transplants. Okay, cool. So these organs go to hospitals that are predominantly African, Latino, what they deem poorer communities. And so these people are being told that they can't have these life-saving organs due to the quality not being up to code. But these same organs were then later transplanted to wealthier, i.e., white hospitals, and they were given the organs that were previously denied to the previous hospital. And since I have the floor for this, while most American citizens were distracted having Christmas with their families yesterday, um, Trump and his band of assholes decided to take it upon themselves to bomb Nigeria. And that personally pisses me off. They claimed it was from motherfucking ISIS, and it's just like, ISIS is a motherfucking Egyptian goddess, and you're not gonna find her in Nigeria, bro. Like, it was just a stunt to shake shit up, to cop resources, to steal. Literally to steal. And yet, what's the main thing that they want to get, that they want to make fun of Nigeria for? For fucking stealing, making the whole Nigerian prince joke about that motherfucking scam, and never let Nigerian Americans live that shit the fuck down. And it's literally just for oil and fucking gold. It's always been about resources. Like, the reason why they claim that Africa is poor and Africa doesn't have shit is because we were rich in the motherfucking land. There's wealth in the motherfucking land. Because if you just have money, okay, that's just whatever, I guess. Like, the land, it can birth like your food and shit. Uh, Minerals through mining and shit. Like, what they want to do is like completely drill it out and leave it completely barren, and then get to run back home and say that the land doesn't have shit, that is primitive, that there's nothing there, because they ransacked that shit. So they get to run and tell that there's nothing there because they took every goddamn thing. Like, that's what gets to get said. And it's fucked up because, like, it disrespects people of the area because, like, they claim that Africa is always having a humanitarian issue. Or maybe because people keep fucking with Africa and never just leave them the fuck alone. Like, I'm multi-ethnic and it pisses me off seeing multiple attacks on multiple areas and was essentially what multiple countries I fucking stem from have genetic ties to. Ethnic shit. And fucking, I still stand by the fact that Nicki Minaj looked stupid as fuck at that motherfucking UN. I will never stop saying that. She looked dumb as hell. Talking about a war on the Christians in Nigeria, just like, why are you speaking about a country that you're not even from yourself? Like, and have absolutely no genetic tie to whatsoever. Like, this girl is Trinidadian and something else. Like, so, and to be spreading such misinformation, it just really pisses me off. I'm gonna come back when I think of some more shit. I'm just so angry. Alright, I'm gonna just show you guys this. The creator is under Hunter Howell. You can follow him on Instagram.
Nothing else. I'm fucking naming names in this video, so buckle up. It's about the rape of a 13-year-old girl, allegedly by our President Donald J. Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. I was reading a few days ago from these court documents directly. My name is Hunter Howell. I would never harm myself. And in a lot of my comments, people were saying, "Oh, I've never seen this. Thank you for sharing this. What the hell? What in the absolute world?" And other people were saying, "Hunter, we've known about this. Like, we've all been saying this for the longest time." And I'm here to absolutely expose the conservative movement because, yes, these documents that I was reading from came out in 2016. I didn't know about these documents until earlier this year, and many people still have no idea they exist. But why? Here's the part that could get me in trouble. People don't like being named or exposed, and I'm naming very powerful people here. Rupert Murdoch is his name. Also, the entire Murdoch family. Why? Because they own a broadcasting company called Fox Corporation. Under Fox Corporation, you guessed it, they own a bunch of smaller companies, a bunch of media outlets that pretty much run the entire conservative media movement here in the United States of America, including the Wall Street Journal, the New York Post, and the big one, Fox News. Now, Fox Corporation is estimated to be worth $27 billion. Billions of dollars have been spent in the past decade to keep these documents from seeing the light of day. So many conservatives have no idea these exist, okay? Because this multi-billion-dollar corporation is doing everything they can by paying people millions of dollars, such as Sean Hannity and Jesse Waters, who get paid millions of dollars a year, to distract you from what is really going on. My name is Hunter Howell. Please protect me by 3 buttons over here. I'm sending you my love. I get back to every comment, repost, and share with 20 of your friends. I'm fucking naming names in this video, so.
And it was the fact that they forced themselves on this girl, forced her to carry a child to term, and then threw it in Lake Michigan. Let that bullshit sink in for a minute.